Ta-da!
I was wondering if you were gonna do something like that. Guys, girls, ladies and gents, welcome on into episode 32 with our special guest, Mr. Silver Architect. Sorry we had running just a little bit late. I had my grandpa bladder kick in, and well, we all know that if you've been to my streams. But anyways, so without any further ado, we're gonna find out some very interesting things about this man of mystery. Most of the time, we only hear voices, but now we see the face. So let's see what we can find out tonight. But for Miss Deadite, Silver Architect, we're glad you all are here. So we're going to jump right into it. Uh, who are you, and how did you come up with your Twitch handle?
Well, I'm Silver Architect underscore 78, better known as SA. That's my nickname. The reason behind my name is school, long-running school joke. I'm a 6'6" tall person. I broke my leg during my second year of high school. I was on crutches, and I got the nickname Long John Silver. John's my first name. Silver stayed on. I used to do a lot of DJing back in the day. And my handle back then was DJ Silver. When I first moved to Twitch, I was DJ Silver, but I wasn't doing the music scene as much. So I decided I got a group of friends together and we just battered out names and somebody come up with Silver Architects. I love building. So hence the name.
Now, when you said you were a DJ, what kind of music do you like?
A variety. I could do anything from. I don't go all the way back to the really early stuff. I mainly like 60s upwards. Sometimes I'll do the odd dance session, stuff like that. It was depending on. I don't know. Most people won't remember this, but you remember Winamp Radio?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I used to stream on that,
Oh, okay.
and it was on online radio, so you could just sit there and listen.
I still
Which
have
cool.
that
And we used to
somewhere.
just do running. Me and a friend used to run 12-hour shifts, 7 days a week, and we do that for we did that for what 3.5 years.
Very nice. Very nice. So you're learning a lot about you.
Not many people know about the DJ side of me because I changed my name before I joined NF.
But see,
It
I
was
never would have thought you were a DJ because you always hear you talking in different people's streams, and you're so educated sounding. And then we hear that you're a DJ, and I'm like, huh?
That's because he's got
Alrighty
damn
then.
good education. Damn it.
Oh, all right, sis. You take number two.
What got you interested in gaming, streaming, and I'm going to throw in DJing because that's awesome.
uh, streaming wise is I love to play games. I love to play with friends. Mixture of the two. As I said, I used to do a lot of follow friends on YouTube, and I met a friend through that who brought me over to Twitch. And since then, I've just made friends. It's everybody turns around and says, "I need to network," but I network automatically. I make friends into people's streams, get to know people. As most people within Nameless family will know me as a family person. My kids mean the world to me. But when it comes to my hobbies, interests, and stuff like that, with concerning like my DJing, I grew up with a single parent child. My mum was loved her music, so I grew up with Elvis Presley going forward, and it got to the point where I loved music, and I got asked to help a friend out DJing, help him set up, help him when he needed to go on a break, stuff like this. He said I was a natural at it, so we split the business between the three of us. I used to do some gigs, he used to do the other gigs. And then we found it got quiet at a point, so we went on to Winamp and did the radio station.
Nice.
As I said, streaming wise, it's just everybody's always asked me, how do I do my builds? What's my thought process behind it? So I thought, why not stream it?
There you
And that's
go.
that's where my name comes from as well. From building. You've guys, I think some of you guys have seen my pictures that I've posted of my builds from 7 Days to Die, Rising World, Imperion, games like that. I love building. It's one of the great pastimes for me. The other good thing, I've got is me outside. I love doing me out. I've just got back into. I took a 11-year gap in it, and just got back into it the last year and a half, 2 years, and I've been really enjoying that.
There you go. Who let Ice out of the cage?
I don't know. That's your monkey.
No, that ain't my monkey. Not my monkey. Not my circus. No.
Well, this is totally our circus.
Yeah, well, it definitely is.
So he's totally our monkey.
He's something I don't know. All right. So, what do you think of the Nameless family, and what does it mean to you?
It's a community of friends, but it's more like family. There's always somebody there if you need to chat. I've went through, quite a few people know I've went through mental health problems, and I've had messages from nearly everybody to making sure I'm all right. If I need somebody to talk to, give them a yell. I've got like 4 or 5 people that I know I can just message, I can talk to them. And it's been such a more like a close-knit community, I call it. It's one of those nice simple things. You can be yourself. You get certain communities I've been in beforehand where they are not people are not themselves. With Nameless family, what you see in Discord is what you see on the stream. And even with the people that are not streamers or part of the family, you see them in chats and they're exactly the same as they are there as they are in Discord. So it just makes it, everybody's just seeing their normal self. No personas put out. And it's one thing I love about communities. If you find that right community, you stick with it. Now, I'm thankful to Keep On Junkie for putting me forward to joining.
Yeah, I think he's done summed up the whole thing. I mean, I guess we can go home now. No, but no, I mean, you hit on a lot of good points there, and that's what we like hearing. We have our members saying stuff like that. That means a lot to a lot of us that does stuff behind the scenes, because doing this stuff is not easy on a daily basis. So it's good to hear that.
Yeah. Well, you guys do a great job. The council, to me, is one of the best ideas of the community to do. It has the day-to-day running of the place. You got your team leaders who help out their selection. There's also, if your team leader's not available, and somebody else will just step in and help. It's one of them simple things. I've been in communities where the turn around said, "Oh, you need to speak to your squad mates only." With this one, if I got a problem and I speak to Deadite, she doesn't know. She'll recommend to her and say, "Oh, go and see Elaine. She might be able to help me." And it's just there's always recommendations coming from. If they can't help you, they'll know somebody who can or can point you in the general direction of where you need help from.
Number 4, did he? My mind went blank there. He was saying all this stuff and just gave me a warm, fuzzy feeling.
I know, right? What is your favorite memory from gaming, streaming, DJing?
Got quite a few for that one. The one that sticks in my head the most was both my two children. I've got a boy and a girl, and the pair of them sat there going, "What am I playing?" And I was sat there on the old Atari 2600 playing the Decathlon, where
Oh,
you had to
Lord,
sit
yep.
and wiggle the joystick really fast for the running. The two said, "What are you doing, Dad?" Would you call it? And you want to laugh? We spent 24 hours playing that game. We didn't. We my mum was there. She come in. And go, "What the hell are you two up to?" And she looked at the game and went, "Oh my god, I can go back to when me and your dad used to play that." And that was going back to when I was my kid's age. And then there was me there, sat there with my kids playing exactly the same game. And it's just one of the memories that just always sticks in my head. When my mum told me I said that, I went, "Oh yeah." I can remember sitting here until like 4 o'clock in the morning trying to beat the pole vault record on the game.
Yeah, I remember doing the pole vault on that. Ah, memories, nightmares. I want to say basically, but yeah.
The favourite one
Oh,
for my ones was picking songs out of my list, out of my collection, and just turn around and say, "Oh, can we put on some music?" And we used to find them right track, like them perfect tracks to wiggle your stick to. And we watched that. The biggest one out of the lot was Berlin, "Take My Breath Away." For some reason, my kids could literally do that and do the javelin perfectly every time that song played. John the javelin.
but wouldn't that give them an unfair advantage over you? I mean,
No, because
I'd be.
I played my songs when it was my turn.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I turned it off that way they were good at doing it. Yeah. What's up, Sarkov? How you doing?
Hey,
Welcome,
Sarkov.
brother. But yeah, so oh yeah, number 5. What are your hopes or aspirations for your stream when you first started?
When I first started, it was back in the day. I was a huge City Skylines player. I used to do map creations of real cities, and I always got asked every time people see me on Steam playing the game, they knew I was doing something. And I was always get requests on the Steam stream where you could
Mhm.
share your screen. I'd
Yep.
always get asked that, and I thought, what point in doing this? And a friend of mine turned around and said, "Oh, why don't you have a go at streaming it?" And that rest is history. It was literally that was one of the main reasons I did it. I started streaming other games I played. 7 Days to Die back in them days. I'm going back to like 13 or 14 alpha. Rising World when it first came out, and a couple of other games. And I just streamed them, and people came in. It, I well, I took a bad hit. It was literally did the first 6 streams, no problems with my PC. I thought, no worries. Went to go and start up my 7th stream, and my computer just went poof from me. And it was right at a bad time for me because I was going through, just lost my job. So no money coming in, so I couldn't really replace it there and then on the spot. I kept up my connections within Twitch, and I was putting money away. And I put in for a competition. I forgot all about it. I received an email, and then I received a phone call from this company turning around and said, "You've just won this banking you a Zeus Gaming Tower." I went, "What competition is this?" They turned around and said, "Oh, it's this one for the radio station." I went, "Okay. Uh, when can you come and collect your system? We've got it sat here ready for you." Oh, okay. Went down the following day, collected it, brought it back, did a couple of checks on it. It took me literally, I think it was 3 weeks to finally get my system set up the way I liked it and get all the stream stuff set up the way I wanted it. And back then, I was literally the basic, just my gaming screen. That was it. No camera, no nothing. And I was live for the first 30 days straight and made a affiliate within, what you call it, as I said earlier. Excuse me. I celebrate my 4-year affiliate anniversary 13th of September this year.
Very nice. Very nice. Is there any way we could just mute Ice tonight? He's going to be the trouble kid tonight. I see that coming. But yeah, so you've been doing it. So you've been affiliate for 4 years. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of times people they see us doing stuff day in day out, and they'll think, oh hey, I can do this, and they get the wrong ideas of when they want to start streaming, and if they just know all the stuff that we have to do and things like that, it's not as easy as it looks. We just make it look easy.
I got asked the same question by a friend of mine's oldest son who wanted to break into streaming. And I turned around and said, "How many hours you got?" And he turned around and said, "What do you mean?" He turned around and said, people just that stream for 4 or 5 hours. That 4 or 5 hours of stream, yeah, you've got like 2 hours prep beforehand. If you're not already fully set up, tweaking settings, stuff like this. And then you've got all your stuff to finish off after you finish stream. If you've done giveaways or if you've done woodcuts or you're sat in you've raided somebody, you sat in their stream, not into their stream. I've come off a 12-hour stream once, jumped into a friend's stream to say hello. Next thing I know, 5 hours have passed. They've literally just went live. They've been streaming for 5 hours. They're going to bed, and I'm going. It's like 5:30 in the morning for me, and I'm going. When the hell's the time gone? That's one thing I love about communities. It's you find that the groups, people that you go around with, and it's just makes it. You've always got somebody to talk to, whether it's to do with community stuff, whether it's to do with gaming, whether it's to do streaming, whether it's to do with life. You get people out there who give you some brilliant life hacks, ways of dealing with stuff, and Twitch has been a good help for me.
Very nice. Very nice. All right, sis. Number 6.
One of the most loaded questions on the list.
It is.
Who is your favorite streamer or streamers?
I've got to say, all the people in NF, I've been in, as far as I know, virtually all streams now. They're all great streamers. I'll pick out a favourite. I'd have to go outside NF. It would be somebody I mentioned to Daylight in a conversation we had earlier. A gentleman, a very good friend of mine, is Imperial Jedi. He is a City Skylines player. He does a bit of 7 Daisy, Planet Coaster, but he's mainly known for his City Skylines plays. And he's been one of my favourite of all times. I've known him for like 5 years. I've known him for actually 6 years, but we've only been talking for the last 5. So I've known him from back in the days of YouTube before I come over to here. And he's always been one of them people that's always there. If he goes live, even if I'm live, his stream will go up on a spare monitor I've got sat in the corner, which is hooked up to an old laptop. Literally, I've got a carcass of a laptop with the screen's bust on it. And I've literally got a HDMI cable running into a wood cut, and I can just literally bring up a stream, stick it in the corner, and just have it running. And I'm literally doing that. Anytime he goes live, he goes up on my stream. It's one of them streams that I think I've only missed 3 of his streams. Both 3 times I was in hospital, and I couldn't get a Wi-Fi signal on my phone to watch the stream. That's the only time when I didn't watch the stream.
So I think you just answered question number 7, a couple times tonight.
Yep.
But
we're
are
going to
there
ask it
any
again.
people? or streamers that influenced you to be the streamer that you are.
Imperial Jedi, as I've already said. QB1 Junkie. Empire. He's a fellow variety streamer. He does a lot of used to do a lot of cities and skylines, but he's merging out into different games at the moment. Just thinking. There's one person due to the current COVID situation, she hasn't streamed, but because she's always gets not political, but it's for some reason the politicalness follows her in the streams, so she's streamed but not streamed too much, and that's a Zilly. She's just a purely city skylines and planet coaster person, but she also loves doing her art. I've been following her on YouTube for like 6-7 years, and I'm still following her now, and she's one person that's influenced me a lot with my drawing and my art side. She's always been one of those. She can give me ideas if I'm having a polite way to put a brain fart. My brain won't kick in, and I'm going, I want to draw, but I don't want to draw. And she'll throw up ideas to me, and it'll be literally, oh, why don't you were doing that animal one the other day? Why don't you try a different animal and see what you like? One of them came out of that was a wolf design I've been doing, a dragon design, stuff like that, and it's just been me and her bouncing off each other. Sometimes she asks my opinion on her stuff. It's one of those simple things. But she's more on the art side there, streaming wise. But my main streaming people that have influenced me is Imperial Jedi, QB1 Junkie, Empire. There's been quite a few of the Nameless family that have inspired me to do other things in games, try different games, and sometimes it's worked out, sometimes it hasn't worked out. It's one of those. It's just still. Even though I've been affiliate for 4 years, I'm still struggling now to find my niche game area, what style of game I like to play, and it's been one of the struggles I've always had. I can sit there and play one game for like 14 hours, and then I can sit there and play exactly the same game 2 days later, and I play half an hour and I'm bored of it already. I don't get that continuity of where you see like people playing 7 Days to Die, and that's all they stream. I can't do that. I class myself as a variety streamer. Yeah, I do keep myself to certain games, but I'd rather play different games than go back and forwards and stay on one or two games. I'd rather lift it up. Yeah, I will get mindset into certain games. Like currently, I'm in SnowRunner, and that's down to Empire. He was playing it. I got into it. That's how he influenced me playing that game.
And it's like you said, you touched on another good topic there when when we were talking earlier about what it takes to stream. The type of games that we play sometimes, one day we like it, the next day we don't, and it's like you said, it's one of those things that even before we hit the button, we're sitting there going, okay, what am I playing today? What do I really feel like playing?
Yeah.
And in my case, half time I'm like, I really don't want to play nothing, but I need to stream. All right, here, let me play this. And I think we all struggle with that from time to time.
You get that times when you just get that where you feel like you're gamed out. You just let you play the game so many times. What's the point of where people expect you to play, but you want to give them a variety of what you play. it's like me. I've got like close to 500 games over the different platforms, and I've streamed what less than 3% of them games. The only reason I've done it is there's certain games I like playing with mods. Uh, certain people classify it as cheating. Certain people would cut. I've been in somebody's channel who I play with, who play certain mods in certain games where it's take the stamina in 7 days to die, where how quickly it goes down. I got a friend of mine who can make he's made like a similar mod for a different game, which got the same problem, and the stamina goes down less than half the speed that it does now. And it's just one of those added what you call it, but people will come in, they see you got running this, and they go, "Oh, they're calling you a cheater and all this lot." So I don't play them sort of games. I keep themselves for when I'm in the mood to chill out and play. But sometimes I am stopping from people from seeing the games I want to play, but that's just me.
Now, Lane, calm down. Now, we know you like your mods and everything. Just calm down. He's not going to give you names of people, okay? So just bring it down. I'm gonna
2
kill
seconds.
Mod addiction.
Realize.
She's gonna get you.
Yes, she will.
Mm-hmm.
What are we up to? Number 8 now?
Yeah.
Okay. Let somebody's keeping track. I lost it. Shut up, Ice.
What is your favorite game or games of all time? Because some of us have more than one.
This one's going to surprise people. Probably surprise Deadite to hear it as well. Back in the day, I was a WoW player.
That does not
Well,
surprise me.
Doesn't?
No.
Well, I don't play any sort of style of that game at the moment. I've got a bad interest in that one that you streaming. What was it called? Due out at the end of this month, is it?
Oh,
New World?
New World.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I've had interest in that, and that's brought me back into that fold. But I'm like World of Warcraft. I'm going. The WoW, what you call it? I'm going back. Oh, top NPC back then was a Pentium 4. Was when I used to play. You still had like 6 or 7 discs just to install it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're talking all the way back to what was it? It was either
2004.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've got a friend of mine who's got a whole load of my games in storage, and I still have original sealed of one of my other favorite games, which is Heroes of Might of Magic.
Oh.
Want to sell it?
If I can get in contact with my friend, yeah. I've had it so long that I've kept them forgetting to play it. I've got all the games now on Steam, all the different ones you call it. I've got them on now, the ones I want. My most favorite game of all time, present. Quite a few people know me for this game. Is Imperial Galactic Survival. That game is. I've got like close to over 1,000 hours in that game.
Wow.
Everybody thinks I've got 1,000 hours plus in 7 days to die. I'm not. I'm only 600 hours into it. But I was more back in the days when I used to run servers. I didn't play it as much. So I was there troubleshooting any problems, being there if anybody needed any help. If there was a bag of fell through the what's called, I could search it, find it, and all this lot. And it was simple. I never played as much. I was there, yeah, but I wasn't actually playing the game. I was in the game. But nowadays, when I've come back to it, I'm playing it more than I am now than running servers because I'm enjoying the game now. I took 16.4 was the last time I played. I came back 19.4, I think it was 19 when I came back to it, and I enjoyed the big break from it. I burnt myself out in it. That's how much I was running servers for it. I was like, I had a World of Warcraft server. I had 4 of them running at once back in the day, and now I'm not really interested in running servers. I'd rather play on servers.
Yeah, I hear you there.
You were talking about hours in that game, and I looked over at my hours in Final Fantasy and just started shaking my head.
The one thing I find in Final Fantasy that confuses the hell out of me is the amount of keys you've got, all the different attacks you've got. It just
Macros.
good idea. Never thought of that.
You just don't want to see my hot bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen them. They're not great.
All
I
10
can
hot
believe that.
bars. Full.
I know a friend of mine who's mad on macros. He's got two separate keyboards just set up for macros only. And then he's got his main keyboard in the middle and 2 macro keyboards either side with his mouse stuck in the middle somewhere. And I'm sat there watching it, and one of the times walk around to install a water cool system into his system. Installed it. He got it all up and running. He was heat testing it, so he was playing a couple of games, and I was just watching him, and his hands were just going back and forth, back and forth. What the? I got dizzy just watching him. His hands were going so fast between the 2 keyboards. I was trying to work out how he was pressing the key combinations on the keyboard for the macros. And I bet you're the same by the smile on your face, Deadite.
Well, I think it smiles for a different reason.
No, it's not. It's not sarcasm's comment there. It was the fact I have 1 keyboard here, 1 over there, 1 in the center, 3 mice, 2 PCs, a laptop, and I was thinking about my friend Les, who's got 4 PCs now, 8 monitors, and 4 keyboards.
Jesus.
I just do it the easy way. I make virtual machines, and I only got 1 keyboard.
Yeah, best way.
Yeah, JJ actually got me into Multiplicity, so I can swap between the 2 PCs to make it easier for me to dual box.
When I use the laptop, I've got I can never remember the name of the software. I've had it so long. It's one of these where I only use 1 keyboard and mouse.
Multiplicity?
It's not more.
It's a virtual KVM.
Yeah, this one's not. This one's. I can't remember the name of.
I think
It's
I know
a
which one you're
well-known
talking
one.
about. Yeah.
I've had it so long, I've forgot the name of it, and it lets you, as soon as I turn the laptop on, it automatically syncs up.
Not enough rum in the. You know what? Screw it. Empty bottle.
What are you drinking?
The rum is now gone.
Somebody get that woman some rum stat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do need another bottle. And I need it before the next one in 2 weeks. Double checking, making sure I got all the names.
We're up to 9, right?
Correct.
Okay. See, I kept it that time. Shut up, Ice.
Come on, Grandpa.
What is your... I kind of did start it out that way. Okay, we'll just go with it. We'll go with it.
You did.
Yeah. What is your favorite movie or TV show, past or present?
TV show past would be the old school Battlestar Galactica.
Nice.
Present wise, not many present TV shows I watch. Last one I binged watched was 24. So I've been watching. I haven't watched any of the new stuff. I've I like the original Jack Bauer, and I've been catching up. And I've literally binge watched that over the course of, like, I think it was a month and a half. When I've been having problems with my knee, I've literally had streams up on my main PC, and then I've had a main TV. Been watching them on them with the stream up on the laptop and up on the spare screen, and literally sat there binge watching it while I'm watching you guys stream, trying to find a comfortable way to sit.
Is there a comfortable way to sit? Because if you find one, let me know.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say too.
Currently, I may look like I'm sitting straight onto the computer at the moment. That's my top half. Bottom half of me is actually sat. I'm sat virtually on my bad knee, my left hand side, and I've actually got my knee. I've got a cold pack sat just underneath my knee, and it's keeping my knee under control long enough for this. So if it carries on working, I'll be hopefully getting back into streaming more regular.
You're like me. You hide what's wrong and keep pushing.
Yeah. I've just struggled lately with just finding that right spot to sit. I've redone my setup 20 times, and I've only ever found 2 times that I found comfortable. I'm at one at the moment, and the other one is I'd have to transfer everything upstairs, and I'd be streaming from my bed.
It's not against TOS.
I know.
And my adopted has this really cool setup where she's got like this little chair that goes in her bed.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Movie wise, I'm a Tom Clancy fan. So any of the films like Summer of All Fears, the new one that just brought out,
Haven't seen that one yet. Is it good?
brilliant. I sat and watched it on Amazon Prime when it first came out, and I've watched it 3 times since then. That's how good it is. I also love the old-fashioned Tom Clancy films, the House and Ford days. Was it Patriot? I've got the list on my computer somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. Where's it gone? So I have a PDF file that I created with all my films that I've watched and my favorite films.
Ice, this is why we send small jars of peanut butter so that the dog can have the tiny jars and Corb can have the bigger jars.
Oh, they have a file in his hand for the peanut butter.
Hey, I know right where my peanut butter is. Never mind.
In your belly.
Yeah, the films I was talking about is stuff like Clear and Present Danger, Patriot Games, the Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit, them game, anything Tom Clancy wise, I've watched. I love the books as well.
Very nice. Number 10. I'm curious on one part of this one.
So we already know what your favorite game and games are, but what is your favorite one to play?
The one I'll dance with that one is my favorite chill out game, and that is currently Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Not many people know that I'm a games tester as well. I do pre-alpha, pre-beta testing, and I did all the pre-beta testing for Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
Oh, nice.
And it's my go-to game. I've literally restarted my character 30, 40 times since it released. because I literally just zip through the storylines, enjoy it. Then I'll come back to it when the DLCs come out, and so on and so forth. And it's just one of them games I can just literally sit there. I can put on a second set of earphones that I wear underneath these ones, where I can hear my game audio through these ones I'm wearing. But then I have a set of ones, or a low profile Bluetooth set, where I can play like some dance music in the background, really low. Just helps me zone out, and I can just enjoy the game. I do it sometimes when I stream. You'll see an extra set of leads coming out of the bottom of my headphones, and I've got Alexa set in here, and I've got my own playlist playing in the background because of all the TOS, DMCA strikes on Twitch now. I get to listen to them. You guys get to listen to royalty-free music or Pretzel Rocks, whichever one I'm running at the time.
Now, earlier you said you like to draw too. What's your favorite thing to draw?
That too. I forgot
I love doing my sci-fi drawings. I haven't shared many of them because I haven't fully finished them. But my main go-to is animals and mythical animals like dragons. A couple of us I've got loads what I've done. Quite a few of them in the fan art on Discord. I've dropped most of my recent drawings in there, and it's just I'm actually just getting back into it. Most of it is, like I said, I like the mythical creatures. I did a custom build for my girlfriend's daughter. She wanted a nice, like a castle in the background with a unicorn up on its hind legs, so it looks like it was riding up on its back legs. And I created one of them for her, sent it off, took it around for girlfriend, printed it off for us, got a frame for her, and she had it for her birthday. And she actually fell in love with it. Every time she sees me, she's always thanking me for it. I know I did something right with that one.
Very nice. I'm gonna have to ask you to refrain from even speaking the rest of the night because you're gonna give everybody nightmares.
Yeah, I was just thinking that myself.
Please,
I just saw it.
Just go play Call of Duty, Farm Sim, whatever. Just oh my god.
Call of Farm Sim?
Call of Farm Sim, there we go.
That's a new game for you. But no offense, some most Call of Duties you do any farming anyway.
Oh Lord. So what feelings do you hope people have after watching your stream or leaving your stream?
Well, in my streams, there's always a chilled out. What you talk? You want to talk, talk. You want to lurk, lurk. You just want to sit there and just enjoy the stream. Do it. All I hope is that if you're coming in for advice, I can give you the advice. If I can't find the advice, there's usually somebody in the chat that can help, or I can turn around, give them a link to my Discord, and turn around, I'll send you a couple of names through Discord who I know could help. I've had quite a few people come in with PC issues that I have quite good PC history of building them and stuff like that, but there's certain things that I don't know that other people I know would know. And I'm always, when I finish a stream, I just hope people have enjoyed the stream. They've had fun. They've got something out of it. If they make somebody smile, I'm happy. I'm also one of these people that you want to come in my stream and you want to have a natter. As long as you don't mind me carry on doing the entertainment of me playing a game, I'll hold a conversation with somebody while I'm streaming. It's one of them things that I've been able to do quite a lot like recently is you get somebody come in who's had a bad day, you chat to them, help them pick up how they're feeling and all this lot. Hopefully, give them some ideas of what they can do to help them feel a bit better, stuff like this. And it's just the way I always look at it is, I'm hoping you always feel better than when you did when you arrived. It's the best way of putting it. It's if somebody wants to chat, I'm there. If they don't want to talk while we're on stream, Discord's there. Or DM me on Twitch. When I finish the stream, I'll talk to you. I've always been family oriented. I've always been somebody there who, as the old saying goes, a shoulder to cry on, an ear to listen. I can do it virtually over what you call it. If somebody just wants to natter, if they just want their, I've had quite a few people that I've known for ages how go through quite bad times because of COVID. I've turned around and said to them, hit me up after the stream. I'll sit and you can wrangle my ear as much as you want. I'll just literally sit there and let them open the heart. And they just, what you call it, and then they just turn around and say, thanks, I really needed that. And something like that, after a nice stream, it puts a big smile on my face because it's one of them things that I love to do. It's, yeah, it can be shitty sometimes, but you get them days where you may have just saved somebody's life, or you've just literally picked them, they've come into the stream, you've engaged them. They've said hello, you've got them talking. And I've had messages come through from people that turn around and said, you really helped me cheer up that day. I was really having a bad day and stuff like that. And that's all I want from people when they leave the stream is they feel better than they did when they arrived. They feel come in a bad place when they come in. They thought of me when they still thought of seeing somebody in the stream. They picked me. I'll engage people when they walk into chat. I always get turned around and said when I go into other people's chat that I'm one of these people who always engages in my chat. I'm not one of these hills. I've been in streams. There's not many people with Nameless family do it. There's quite a few people out there, not mentioning any names, that will literally concentrate on their stream only. And they don't check the chat. I'm checking my chat every 30 seconds. If not, if I've got my chat in the right position, I can actually carry on playing and my peripheral vision will pick up a movement in the chat. I know there's a question, somebody's put a question out or put a message in. It might be a DM that's come through and I'll quickly pause the game and I'll go quickly answer the DM. I'll explain to the chat, 2 seconds, guys. Or it'll be a question that somebody's asked, oh, what are we doing today? And I'll just explain what I'm doing. It's one of them simple things. I'm always one of them people, if you leave the stream, as long as you don't leave the stream in a pissed off mood because of me, I'm happy. It's one of those things. If I am, speak to me about it. It may be something I've said that's I thought it's not hurt somebody, but somebody else could take it a total different way. And I've always turned around and said, if I ever have that problem, contact me, direct DM me on Discord, on Twitch, whichever. You ever got a problem, message me. You can sort it out, we can sort it out. I've always been that way with all my friends, all the time. It's literally, you got a problem, you need somebody to chat to. Me is there, use it.
It's very nice. I think a lot of us, that's kind of what we hope people take out of when they come in and they've had bad days, stuff like that, and sometimes for us, and I don't know if it's like this for you, sometimes it's hard for us to hit that go live button, and just hitting the button and getting somebody to come in and start chatting with you. Yeah, it's kind of a two-way street. We're helping each other, and that's one of the best characteristics I think of a streamer is that they're interactive with their chat, because there's times I'll go into some people's chats, they don't say nothing. You can type in their chat, there's nothing. It's just, and I'm like,
They got blinders
really?
on.
you know. But
I've been into chats where they do that, but they leave it like every half an hour. They'll stop what they're doing and actually check chat and go back through the chat. And to me, by the time you've done that, the person will have already left because
Yep.
there's been no interaction. That's why I try my hardest to always have my stream set up. I've got the monitor which starting right in front of me, which has got my camera on it. And then I've got the big TV that I game on. And I've always got this monitor. It's literally in between where my keyboard. I've got sliding units so I can get in and out easy with current health problem I've got from my knee. But I have the monitor I'm looking at with the camera on. It's actually tilted as far backwards as it can go. So it's virtually sat at virtually at a diagonal underneath the big monitor. So in my peripheral vision, I can see when a chat comes in. And it just makes it easier for just clocking what's going on. If somebody turns around and says, "Oh, didn't realize you noticed the message." I already picked up the message. I was just trying to get to a spot where I could either answer the question, or if it was something I had to show somebody, get to a spot where I could actually show them. Or if it's just a normal question, just asking, "Oh, I heard you've been playing SnowRunner. What do you think to it?" And I'm sat there playing Imperial. I'll carry on playing the game and I'll give them my opinion of the game. It's just one of them simple things. I don't leave it and go, right, 5 minutes later, and then I'll answer the question because guaranteed within that 5 minutes, if you leave it 5 minutes, that person's already left. Because you haven't gave them, in terms of if you hang, I've been in streams where they turn out if you hang on companies, I'll explain it to you. Because you've got to show them how it's done. When it's a simple question that's asking you for your opinion on the game, I go, I'll just answer the question straight away. As soon as I see the message, I pick it up. Yes, there's been times where it's been a couple of minutes, but it could be because if I'm driving in SnowRunner and I'm going over a rickety old bridge and I don't want to fall off, I'm concentrated on that. I see the message come up, I get across that bridge first, then I quickly check the chat. It's literally 30 seconds, a minute tops. I try not to leave it any longer than that.
Nice. I mean, you basically summed up what to me what a good streamer is. But you know, it's kind of like we say, you know, everybody's got their own opinions on what a streamer should be.
Yeah, that's what I always turn around and said to a friend of mine, the guy who brought me over to Twitch. He's exactly the same. He'd rather concentrate more on his chat than he would play the game. You get times in his chat, he's got actually an counter called Imperial Distraction. When he gets distracted on a different subject to what he's playing. And us as mods, we literally type in exclamation point ID in his chat, and it will add a point to this wood cord. It's currently up at like 20,000.
Oh wow.
But it's one of these people. He's always been that person that's who I'd look to help me be a better streamer. He's had similar values that I've had. His family means a lot to him. Would you call it? When he streams, it's not about him playing the game. It's more of his interaction with the people who come to see him play the game. Yes, he's still playing a game, but it's more of the games he plays are more slower pace, so it's easier to keep up with the chat, which cutting all this lot. And if he doesn't have a chance to answer the question, there's always one of us mods in there who can help the person if it's a game related question. And he's not too sure on the answer. We'll actually sat there with Google open and go, we'll Google something if there's a problem, if we find out there's a problem with a mod or there's a problem with you've got to do it this certain way to complete a level. How do you do it? And it's stuff like that. And it's just literally, I'm literally sat there playing a game and somebody will come around and ask me, so, "Oh, I know you play Imperial. What's the best way of doing a layout for your hover vehicles to make them more stable?" And if I'm not playing Imperial, I'll still give them a brief description. But I've got people that I follow on YouTube, and I'll turn around and say to them, "I'm not currently playing the game right this moment. I might be playing it again later on this week. But if you're after an instant question answer it, I said just go on to what you call it, and just do a quick search for hover builds, or I'll give them half the title of the actual video I'm talking about, and turn around and say, check this guy out. I know I'm sending you away from me, but hopefully you'll come back after. But this guy might be able to give you a couple of pointers. Whereas I'm not playing the game right now. If I was playing the right game right now, I'd literally step to one side, grab some of the materials I needed, make the stuff, and show him how to do it. But if I'm playing a different game, I'll send him to one of my friends or somebody I follow myself who I know would answer the question in a video or a stream. Or there might be a person in my chat at the time who could answer the question for me. And they'll sit there and have a conversation in my chat while I'm gaming. And if I see you go, oh, don't you mean you need to do it this way instead of that way? And they go, oh, yeah. And we bounce off each other. Question gets answered, they show how to do it. It just takes that bit longer because I can't actually physically show them in game. I'm not in the game they're talking about. It's one of those little things that I do, and people just don't understand how easy it's to do when you're not playing the game. Some people, I've seen with most streamers, if you ask a question about a different game, they either go very quiet, they answer the question, but it's literally a shortest possible answer to the question, or they totally ignore the question. I've been in streams where I've asked about a current new game coming out. They're playing they've got access to the early beta. And I've asked about, oh, could they explain how the point system works on this thing? And they've totally ignored me. And I went, fine. I'll go to it's somebody I've been in their stream regularly because they play another game that I enjoy, and they just changed to this game just to show a beta test of it. And it's just got to the point of where you're thinking he's talkative when he's playing his main game, but he's not when he's playing his other game. It's one thing I don't like. It's to me, streaming is about the interaction with everybody else, not the game. If I could stream without the game, I'd stream without the game. But it becomes a very quiet stream. You've got the community behind you, yes, but because of time zones, not everybody's going to be around at the same time. That's one thing I love about Name's family. We're all from different time zones. I could wake up at this time in the middle of the night and guarantee somebody streaming I like. And so the same goes for you guys. You guys could wake up early hours in the morning, and I'm sat there streaming. There's such a varied of people that you can stream as much as you want. You can pick a stream, you find somebody you want to watch. You never know, the next person you click on might be your next favorite streamer.
Very true. Very true on that. So, Daddy, number 12.
Somebody want to tell Sarkov that's not Last Oasis. Sorry. Other than COVID being gone and the year being over, what are you looking forward to for the rest of this year and next year?
Rest of this year is getting back to a tiny bit of normality. It's slowly happening now. And being able to go and see family. It's been one of the hardest things for me, not being able to see people, and it's also hit me mentally. As Deadite knows, probably Corpus has seen my posts. I suffer from mental health problems, and this COVID has hit me harder than I thought it would. But I've been lucky. I've had a great girlfriend, and we've had our ups and downs, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the year with her because and next year, and so on. She's turned out to be my rock. I can literally go to her with any problem. If I've got anything, she'll sit there and listen. I do exactly the same for her, and she does the same for me. And it's been one of those things for me that's, if it wasn't for my kids and her and my family, it would be a real struggle for me. And I'm just glad I get to see my kids, get to see my family without any restrictions in place. It's been one of those. This year's been one of the worst years for me due to anniversaries and all this lot. Now with everything getting relaxed and getting back to some sort of normality, I can go right. I can look forward to the rest of the year. I've got one, two, three. I've got 4 birthdays coming up. My oldest turned 20 this year. My mum, I'm not going to mention her age. Never mention a woman's age anyway, full stop. But she
Very
hit.
smart.
She never watched it. She knows I stream, but she doesn't understand it all. Uh, it's getting to see her more, getting to help her more, because where I live like 30 miles down the road from her. I don't drive due to the knee problem, which got my girlfriend drives, and when she's not working, I'm doing jobs for my mum, and she'll phone me back and forth. But during the COVID, it's been a lot harder to do. So I ain't been there as much for her. So I'm getting back to where I can turn around and say, right, I'm going to jump on the train, pop over and see her, and do any job she wants to do. Being there for her, it's what do you call it? Spending more time going down to see my daughter, who lives 20 miles down the road on the coast. Going down, spend the weekend on the coast, and actually I'll spend the whole weekend with my daughter. It was her birthday, beginning of June. I spent the whole that weekend. Me and the girlfriend took me down, treated me to. We found a B&B that was open, and treated us to a B&B Friday night, Saturday night, and I spent. Literally got there at 3:30, just as my daughter was finishing school. Literally picked her up from school, dropped her off at home, get changed. And then she came out with me and the girlfriend for a meal, dropped her back off at home after, and then picked her up first thing in the morning. And we were out from 7:30 in the morning. We finally got back at 11:30 that night. And we had one hell of a woodcut, and that was her birth. That was that. Her birthday was on the Thursday. I let her spend that with her mum and her brothers. And I made sure the Saturday she had my full attention. Yes, I had the girlfriend there. She was helping with driving us around. And we literally, she lives by the coast, but she loves visiting other places by the coast just to see what difference is. So we went 40 miles up the road to a different coastline, and she absolutely loved it. And do more of that kind of things. Now the restrictions are all lifted and all this, like we can get back to some sort of normality of where I see my daughter every other weekend, and I love it. I'm a family oriented person. There's somebody in chat I know who totally agree with me on that one. That's JD. That's why I think me and him get on so well. We're both family oriented, and I'll do anything for my family, and I'll do anything for my online family, aka Nameless family people. It's if they want anything, they want somebody to talk to, I'm there. They want to help setting up stuff. If I know they know how to do it, I'll help them. If they don't, I'll probably can find somebody within the Nameless family who knows what to do. I've turned around and said to people who've asked me, I turned and said, oh, I know you've got your what's called your shout outs up and running. Can you walk me through it to see if we can see if there's something I'm doing wrong And 9 times out of 10, it's nothing to do with shout out. It's the I can never remember the other piece of software you have where it brings up the logo.
Caster overlay.
Caster overlay.
Yeah, the caster overlay. That's it. That is buggered up, and they've had to. They haven't got Python. Is it Python 32 or whatever it is?
1.217 or something like that.
Yeah, some
yeah.
weird number like that. They've
Yeah.
actually downloaded the latest version and not gone back to the old version. That's all it's been. And it's just been simple little things like that. Yeah, I think you've got the wrong Python version. They uninstalled it, download this specific version, which I grabbed off the what do you call it? I've got a notepad that's got all the details, so I know if I get any problems, I can quickly search through, go, oh, that's the problem. Bam, done. Something's happened, or what do you call it? 9 times out of 10, most people don't remember is where Streamlabs chatbot is every 30 days you've got to renew your keys. And do yourself a favor, stick it on a little reminder on your phone, on your calendar, every 30 days, little reminder, just say key update for your chatbot. That's all I've done. Mine literally went off 3 days ago. But I know before the next stream, I've got to reset up my chatbot. The next time I go live, I'll chuck my chatbot on an hour before and I'll update all the keys. I know between now and then that I'll need to update the keys because I've already had the notification to say 30 days are up. It's a simple thing to do, and it's surprising how many people forget about it. That's one of the things that can send the shout out all over the place.
Yeah, I forget mine all the time. All right. So if you could give anybody a shout out, Nameless family, outside the family, doesn't matter. Shout them all out.
Most of them I've already talked to about. You've got Imperial Jedi, person that brought me here, brought me to Twitch. And Deadite knows the person from even back in the day when it was Justin TTV. I heard about Justin TV back in the days, but I didn't realize he was in that. There is Zilly, Empire, Deadite. Some of the games you play and the way your idea of way of playing games is, I feel like your female version of a friend of mine he's a Final Fantasy, loves the game. And when I see you play, all I see is a female version of him playing. It's scary, but it is actually a great reminder for me because we lost him to COVID last year. But I see him. I don't see him in you, but the way you talk about Final Fantasy, you remind me of him so much, and just means about fond memories. I sat there, the guy with the two extra keyboards. That's the one I'm talking about. And all I have going through my head is literally his hands going back and forth, back and forth. What the hell? Trying to keep up with what he's doing. And it's stuff like that. It's QB1 Junkie is another one. I knew QB1 when he used to play Rising World. That's when I first got introduced to QB1 Junkie. And I was actually playing the game, trying to learn the game. Just come over from the swap over from YouTube to Twitch. I thought, I'll just see who's going around. That's when I got introduced to the community. Not Nameless. Don't think it was Nameless Family back then, but it was him and Rabbit. I think it was just initializing it back then. That's how far I'm going back. Because I was with Twitch 2 years before I actually went live first time. That's how long I've been here on Twitch. My official Twitch account should say 2017, maybe 2016. I can't remember off the top of my head which one it is. That's how long I've been on Twitch for. And back then, I got to know different people. different groups. And I'm going back to the old Nameless family when it first, which I got to know quite a few of the people within the community. Didn't know anything about the community back then, but it was more of I got to know the streamers more. I kept on hearing something about Nameless family getting mentioned when I took that year break because of the computer. Yeah, I was still on a tablet watching streams, but I was more in a bad place because I would sit there and watch the streams, but I couldn't take part. I couldn't play with them. It was one of those ones. Back then, I was more of I'd like to play with people. I couldn't really sit there and watch people, but I still watched them. And I was networking and all that lot. And I heard the names family getting mentioned time and time again. And that's when I got to know QB1 Junkie. I got to know Rabbit, fellow Englishman. I got to know his brother, Pikey. I got to know quite a few of the older members of the Nameless family who are no longer with Nameless family, but that's down to them. I'm still friends with them. And they've always had something to say. And it's when you want to give, when I turn around and say I want to give a shout out to somebody who means something to me, when I say Imperial Jedi, he brought me to Twitch. Empire, Zilly, they're part of Imperial Jedi's crew. I got to know them within the first couple of months of being here. It wasn't until I got to know QP1 Junkie, and that was literally a fluke I found him. I actually came in I was actually watching somebody who I didn't even know his name is family, or a friend of Junkie's, and he took me into it, and he was playing 7 Days to Die. But at the end of his stream, he comes, right, coming back tomorrow with some Rising World. I went, Rising World? Ah, my game. Somebody's actually playing it. So I clicked the follow button. I've been following ever since. And it's them kind of people. I always turn around and say, I give them a free shout. It's one of them things. If somebody turns around and says, oh, they're looking for a good 7 Days to Die player, I send them QB1s away. That guy can play that game in settings I can't even fathom how to play. And I've tried quite a few times and failed every time. But that's QB1's uniqueness to me. And that's why he gets one of my favorite shout outs. I've got people I can shout out for different games that I play with. I mod for, would you call them this lot? There's only a few that I give the shout outs to. And as I've said, give the shout outs to Imperial Jedi, Empire, Zilly, let me double check something. Banlish is another person I'd give a shout out. He's one of these indie what you call it, always playing new games. You got a question about a game, or it's a game he's played in the past, or it might be a game he's never heard of. I've put him onto a couple of new games that I've been doing beta testing for. And I said, oh, this game's coming out in the next couple of weeks. You might be interested in it. Went, oh, thanks for that. And Woodcut, and literally 2 months later, he's come out and he's streaming the game. I'm going, ah, it's turned out to be a game he's enjoyed. That's it, really. The shout out wise, I keep it down to a minimum. No, I don't keep it down to a minimum. I keep it down to the ones I enjoy company of more. It's ones that have had direct influence on me. It's that question, who's a streamer? It's they've been there, they've helped me, they've done things I want to do, but there's people I'd shout out now, but they don't stream anymore on Twitch due to their own reasons. And that list would be 20, 30 long. Out of that 20-30, I think there's only 2 that still stream on it. And they've just checked. One of them's changed the names. I don't know what they've changed the names to. And it's not showing up on my Twitch. I've just checked. And the other one is just quit Twitch. I've just literally been up on his webpage just now. And his last podcast was him saying goodbye to Twitch. So not worth giving him a shout out. That was last month. So I have plenty of people come and go. It's just finding them ones that mean something to me. They're the ones I give the shout outs to.
Very nice. Number 14, Daddy.
If you could go back to when you first started streaming and give yourself advice, any advice, what advice would you give to yourself?
Back then, talk more. Even if it was just giving self commentary on what I was doing. It's something that I've only been able to develop over the last year or so. A lot more there. But still, there's times you come into my streams where I am so zoned in on a build that I forget to say what I'm doing. It takes somebody to ask in chat what I'm doing, and then I start the conversation, and then you can't shut me up, as you guys have found out with the cast.
Hey.
Right.
One difference with the cast, it's all about you. That's what we're
Exactly.
here for.
We're learning a lot of interesting stuff about you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest one, and the other one is back then I was always I used to have the viewer counter, not on my stream but on OBS, and there'd be times when I'd be sitting there watching it because it was sat at 1 or 2, and I got to the point of where if my numbers didn't go above a certain number, if it's 1, 2, 3, I'd just quit. I wouldn't even raid somebody. I just literally wouldn't even say anything. I'd literally just shut down the stream there and then. And would say to myself, persevere with it. You could have literally just done that as somebody was coming in. And that one person could have been, or would you call it, for another 20 people coming in. They might have come in to check to see what you're doing. And it could have been a raid coming in. You never know. I've been sat there literally doing, before I became Nameless Family, before any of the communities I'm with, I'll turn around and say to a friend who's been in chat, turn around and said, I'm thinking about calling it. And I've heard somebody pop into chat and turn around and said, oh, what are you building? It's got me talking. Next thing I know, I've had a 20-person raid drop in the chat, and I'm going, where the hell did that come from? And it's just somebody new. It's somebody who plays the game, same game, who's looking for somebody to raid. There's literally like 3 or 4 of us streaming at the time, and there was only me and him who were the English people streaming. So I got the raid. That was literally his explanation to it. After I finished my stream, he literally messaged me to say, you seem like a great guy. I literally got one of my mods to jump in your chat and check who you were. And he turned and said, you seem to be knowing what you're doing. So I thought I'd bring you in the crowd. And since that day, I got to know him. And we still play now and then which I play on his server now and then. I don't play on it as much because he enjoys playing a lot more of the harder different mods that I like, but I prefer to play them at my pace, not their pace. Their pace is literally flying through everything. I enjoy to play the game. I don't play the game to just level and fly through the content. I'd rather take my time and enjoy the content. And that's the difference. That's all I'd say when I say to me is be true to myself. It's just have the ability to turn around and say to myself, persevere, be there. Even if you've got nobody in your chat, just literally talk to you. Even if you're just talking to yourself, it might sound like you're going mad, but I've been in streams where there's been nobody in the chat and they're literally talking to themselves, and 2 seconds later, there's got 2 or 3 people in the chat who started up a conversation because they were talking about what they were trying to do. It's literally just giving yourself commentary, and I'm getting more used to it now. But if I knew that more back then, I would. It's one of those simple things. It's one of those simple things when you say it now. It's one of those, somebody had said that to me more, not more, but more of said it's a good part of streaming to do. Is do a self commentary of what you're doing. Like now when I do like Snowball and I'm talking about quest I'm on, I'm doing, I'll make sure I'll go this way to bypass the fuel tank so I can top up the fuel, stuff like that. And it's somebody asking me a question, it's just me making conversation, and it starts up conversation in chat. And it's something I've seen a lot of people do, and it's took my time doing it, but I'm getting there slowly.
And when you sit there talking about the numbers and stuff like that, I mean, you're giving yourself the best advice that you could, because time and time again, I'll hear other streamers talk about, don't pay attention to numbers, don't care about them, just do things for what you do. And that's the best advice anybody could have. So
I totally
all
agree
right.
on that one.
Yep. So what are your goals with streaming and being part of Nameless family?
My goals for streaming have always been it's a hobby stroke part-time gig for me, due to at the time when I first started streaming, it was due to my career, but due to health reasons, all this lot, I'm gonna have more time on my belt, so I'm looking at finally getting a schedule up and running. I've had a schedule before, I've never kept to it. So one of my biggest goals for my stream is trying to keep to a regular schedule. It may not be the same times, but I'm trying to pick out like 2 or 3 days a week just to start me off, and then build it up from there. But I'm trying to make sure I stick to them days and not. I might chuck in a bonus stream if I feel up to it, but I want to try and say, right, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm going to stream. Whether it's going to be in the mornings when I usually stream, or in the evenings as a change, or I might just change it up. I might do Monday evenings, Wednesday mornings, Thursday, Friday nights. See how I feel. It's most at the moment. It's down to the problem I've got with my knee is meniscus problem, and finding a comfy way to sit. As you've seen with me during the stream, during the quick cast, I've been moving around a lot. It's just because my knees twin it. It likes to twinge, and I get like pins and needles. But instead of being normal pins and needles like when your hand wakes up, mine feels like it's a couple of million hot needles in the back of my knee, and it gets quite painful. And you'll see sometimes when I'm streaming, I'm literally like that, and that's me just trying to move around and find that comfy spot.
Right.
I'm not done yet either, so I'm not going to bed.
That was a good one.
sorry, Dad. You got to have the joke then.
I'm sorry. I needed the latrine and to let the kid know she needed to shower and get ready for bed because school starts tomorrow.
Oh.
What did I miss?
When you were saying that, he goes, "No, I'm not leaving."
I'm not going to bed yet. I still got a cast to do.
And you touched on another good thing there, and of course it kind of leads into the next, into the next question we were going to have for you as far as the stream schedule. But that's another thing that a lot of people don't understand. if your stream schedule is chaotic, nobody's going to know when to come watch you. If you make a schedule, even if it's 1-2 hours a day, whatever the time frame is that you've got available, set a schedule up and try to stick to it. Because that helps people know, okay, like you said, you're streaming Monday, you're streaming Wednesday, you're streaming Friday. I know on those 3 days I can catch your streams. And like
that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to find out. I've currently doing a course to improve my chances of finding some office work due to my knee problem.
Yeah.
Recommendation from my doctor to change my careers from doing security and bar work, warehouse work, which I used to do. Now, because of my knee, he said I can't really do it. So he's recommended me to take office work. So I've done the research on the jobs that are going around, seeing what qualifications they're asking for. I've gone and contact the local training establishment. They're doing exactly the course I need. So I'm just literally waiting for them to come back to me with a start date. And once I start that, then I'll know what days I've got that. And the days I haven't got that is the days I'll be streaming. I'm literally just waiting for that one phone call to give me a schedule of when the days are. So, and then I know on the other days, I'm free. As long as my knee will let me, I'll stream.
Right.
I'll get to the point of where I'll even grab a couple of ice packs and stick them on my knee and just literally stream through it, which I did the last 2 streams. And it worked, but I wasn't comfy sitting. So now I've found that better comfortable position to sit. My legs not fully off the ground, but like I said to you guys earlier, I've literally went from a full-size buffet, which is my legs literally horizontal, down to a 6-inch little platform I built. On my feet are sat on right now, and it's giving my knee. I'm not getting the pain in my thigh muscle from where I'm sitting on the edge of the seats, but it's also just raising my knee enough off the chair to stop it from being painful. And it's working so far, so it looks like I'm hopefully get back into back to streaming. I've been testing out different ways for the last 3 weeks, and I've done 2 or 3 streams of SnowRunner, and I've literally not found yet a decent way to sit. Since doing today's stream, we've been live now, an hour and a half, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
My knees only just starting to irritate. I know why it's irritating is I'm due to take painkillers. But if I took my nighttime painkillers now,
You'd be
before
out
the
cold.
stream, I would have been space-eyed most of the stream. They literally knocked me for 6. I've been put on a heavier set of their painkillers for nighttime to help me sleep. And I knew I had the cast tonight. I'd already put myself down for it, so I knew when it was. So I was just making sure I didn't take my painkillers this day. I took lower end ones that I take during the day that keep me alert and all that lot with the pain. So they last like 3-4 hours, and about another hour, they'll be just literally starting to lose their effect. They're starting to lose their effect just now. But that's just the way the painkillers work with me. I get painkillers where I can work 4 or 5 hours straight, no problem. And then I get other days where I literally would call it for 10 minutes, and then my knee's screaming. And I've took the exact same painkillers both days. But it's just the way my knee is at the moment. It's sometimes the painkillers help the pain, sometimes it's like I'm eating sweets. That's what my girlfriend says. I've been at girlfriend's quite a few times, and I've literally been sat there, took some painkillers, getting ready to take the dogs for a nice little stroll, get some exercise in my leg, as I've been told to by the physio. Literally took 3 steps outside and I've hit the deck because my knees collapsed, gave way from underneath me. And she just looked at me and said, "You're right." I went, "No, my knees just went." And it's literally, that's happened like, over the past couple of weeks, it's happened like 7 times. The only problem I've got with it is I get that real sharp pins and needles straight after it. And it's not like for like a couple of minutes. It lasts for like half an hour of that. And if anybody's had the real painful pins and needles before, you imagine that with real hot needles. And that's what I've got in the back of my knee right in the moment. And it's really, that's why I've wanted to stream, but my body won't let me. I've got the mindset to stream, but it's just my body just won't let me relax enough so I can sit and chill and actually play the game and can concentrate on chat. If I can't concentrate on chat, I'd rather not stream because I'm that kind of person. As far as I'm concerned, it's about the people coming to the stream. If the stream's quiet, yeah, I'll sit down and play the game. You get days like that. But you get other days where you chat. Some people realize you've just gone live. The chat builds up and they're talking away. And if I'm more worried about my knee playing up, then the chat, I'm not going to be, mine's not going to be in the right place for the chat. So I may be in a foul mood. And to me, I can't see the point of streaming when I'm in a bad mood. If my knee's playing up that bad, I'd rather try and deal with it, get some painkillers with me to help me, then stream. But sometimes, like I said, I can take painkillers one day, they help. Take painkillers the following day, I get nothing from them. The doctors can't work out why.
Daddy, you want to do number 16?
Stream schedule? Do you have one?
I'm in the process of sorting one out. I was just talking to Corvus when you had to disappear off. I'm looking at trying either a 2-day week or a 3-day week. Once I've got the dates, which days I'm doing this course, I'll know more. So hopefully within the next week or so, you should see a new panel turn up on my stream with my stream date, with my schedule. I'm literally just waiting for the dates of the days I'm going to be on the course. The days I'm going to be on the course, I won't be able to stream. So the alternative days I'm going to stream. So I don't know whether it's going to be, I think it's a 2-week rolling woodcut where 1 week I do 3 days, next week I do 2 days. So I might end up setting up like a fortnight, like a rota of the alternative days I'm streaming. As long as my knee will let me and I can find a way up there and through it and still concentrate on chat and everything else, I'll do it.
There you go. So now, do you have any social medias?
It's one thing I do not have. I have my own Discord. Apart from that, I have nothing else. I was in the process of setting them all up, but I went through a stage where I stopped using social media full stop, even my own private accounts. I've since being with my girlfriend, I've started using Facebook, little things like that. That's private accounts. If everything goes according to plan and I get back into doing streaming the way I want to stream, one of the first things on my agenda is sorting out my socials, getting my Instagram sorted out when I do my art, get my Twitter up for when I do streams, stuff like that. It's just getting it to that point of where I'm slowly getting more up and running. It's like I said, I went through a bad patch with social media where I just literally shut everything down. I didn't touch a thing for like 18 months. And I go through stages of that where I don't chat on any of the social medias apart from Twitch. Twitch and Discord is the only two that I chatted on the whole of that 18 months. I never chatted on any of the other ones. I've got them on my phone. They've all been muted. And it's literally been one of them simple days. It's once I get back into a regular stream, I'll look at doing the social medias. It's one of them which course. But for now, if anybody, my link will be in the NF Discord in the NF Discord in the Discord page I'll drop a new link in there at the end of this quick cast. If anybody wants to join my Discord channel, if they want somebody to chat to or they want to arrange play games with, as long as I've got the game, I'll play with you. Or vice versa. If I know a game that you've got and I've got, we can arrange something and play. I always love playing with anybody from the Nameless family.
There you go. So now we've learned a lot of interesting things about the myth, the Silver Architect. A lot of good things. And that's that's what these are about. We focus on the the streamer in general, and we get to know more about you.
Mm-hmm.
So before we open it up for questions, Daddy, do you want to talk about the game giveaway?
Yes, I have been taking names since the beginning of stream. The game giveaway, we take the names during stream, throw them into the Wheel of Doom. Whoever wins, you will pick a game from Sarkot's game list. You will go into Sarkot's Discord, into his claim channel, with the game that you want from set 4 or below. So that again is set 4 or below. And put the title of that in there and the fact that you want it on the podcast. But it has to be in Sark's Discord in the claim channel.
There we go. So now we've come to the part of the broadcast where we're going to open it up for you all to be able to ask Silver questions. And I'm sure plenty of you do have questions for him, so definitely put them in chat, and we'll get going with them. I'm scared to see what Ice is going to put.
Please tell me you did not hear that thud.
What thud?
No, I didn't hear anything.
My child's in the shower, which is right over there, above my head.
Now, come on, people. I know you all have got questions out there.
Come on, Laney Butt. I know you have a question you want to ask. The question to end all questions. Ta-da!
There's your famous question right there. Boxers or briefs?
Depends on mood.
Okay.
Depends on mood and depends on what I'm doing. It's one of them. If I know I'm going out on a night out with the lads, boxers for comfort. But if I know I'm just going to be busy doing things, I'll wear briefs. It's one of them simple things.
Really, Ice?
Ooh.
Ice is asking if you can pass the Grey Poupon. I'm gonna get the water hose out after him, put him back in his cage. I shouldn't have let him out.
I'm not touching it. No, you can't make me.
Oh,
You got to make the answer either.
That's all yours, Corb. All yours.
Let's see. JD says not much in the not so much a question, but love this man and he's always in my thoughts. Get well soon, buddy. So that's from JD.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Elaine says, what other hobbies do you have?
PC repairing. I help out friends local to me. Repairing laptops, PCs, stuff like that. You know about my drawing. You know about my what you call music. I also enjoy a good book. As I say, I enjoy the Tom Clancy books, but I also enjoy the PC related style kind of books. The ones that just go over the one I'm currently reading is called Network. I can't remember the name of the author off the top of my head. It's based around the 9/11 and stuff like that. leading up to 9/11. I can't remember how. I've literally just got the book, and I read the back and went, right, that's my sort of book. It's got that technical aspect to it, which I love. My biggest hobby, spending time with my kids. My kids mean my world. If I can do some of my hobbies with my kids, even better. But they want to do something, they want to do it, I'd rather do that. As long as they're happy, I'm happy.
Very nice. Elaine says favorite vacation spot.
Last time I went away and I really enjoyed it would have been when I went to Cornwall. Which is, any of you guys who don't know, I'm from the UK. Cornwall is our most southern east point. Is now called Cornwall, and it's got like a prehistoric coastline. And I love it for the beach walks. Which, of course, I took the kids 4 years ago, and they absolutely loved it. And that's why I'm saying that one, because that was the last vacation we went on.
There you
And
go.
it was, kids talk about it even now. My two, if they don't like it, they'll tell you. It's one of they're brought up to speak their mind, as long as they are correct to their kid. They're correct to their elders. They're not like most kids nowadays can be a bit on the sarcastic side and woodcut side. Mine too have been woodcut to respect your elders. It's one thing I was driven into me as when I was growing up. And that's it.
Raziel asks your favorite music.
I like all kinds. My current is country. Loving Blake Shelton. Just trying to remember some of the names, the ones I'm listening to at the moment. Bring up one of my lists. Music collection. Enjoying my country, and I'm also enjoying some of the older pop, like the original, old school Adele, and some of the old school music as well, like Cher, Christopher, and going back to my dance. Some of my dance routes, you've got stuff like Snap. Just name a few. I haven't got a full list of my butcher court, but I've got a current butcher court at the moment for Blake Shelton and what's her name? He did a song with her, and I can never remember her name off the top of my head.
Not Miranda Lambert, right?
Not his wife, no. The short blonde. He did the song with her about Friday night or Saturday night. I can never remember her name off the top of my head.
I know which song you're talking about. I can't think of her name either. It's not Carrie Underwood.
No, Carrie Underwood's another one I enjoy. I've loved some of her collaborations she's done. Let me see.
I know you're
bring up
talking
my
about.
YouTube list. It's on that one for definite.
Oh, that's not Gwen Stefani. Fuck that.
No.
Kelly Clarkson?
No.
No,
That's
it's
another one.
Yeah.
Not too keen on some of her stuff. Some of her stuff, yes. Some of her stuff, no.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you on that.
Ashley Monroe?
Pardon?
Ashley Monroe?
That's the one. Thank you. I can't
Yes,
remember.
yeah.
I'm trying to remember the name of the track she did. They did. The two of them did, and it's one of the
Lonely
tracks.
Tonight.
That's the one. Thank
Yep.
you, whoever that was.
That was Daddy.
Ah.
All right. So Elaine asked, what do you prefer, digital or traditional? And I think she's meaning by drawing, I'm hoping.
And
No, I know exactly what
better
the question
ask how
means.
I know that.
Old school or traditional? What I've had I had a chance of testing lately through friends. I'm preferring the digital a lot more now. I'm finding I can get more control, and I don't go wasting paper. Which I'm not a health, not one of these. What you call it about saving the planet? It's more of if I can do it without what you call it that sort of money, then so be it. If I can do a digital version, I'll do a digital version.
Very nice. And then, of course, Real Ice is asking favorite book. And, well, he says I can't read, but I think I'm doing a pretty good job at it.
Favorite book: James Herbert Rats.
Heard of that one, never read it.
I highly recommend it. Just don't read it on your own during a power cut. That's my only hint to you. Do not read it during a power cut.
Gotcha.
I
Duly
did, and
noted.
it freaked the hell out of me. It takes a bit to freak the hell out of me, and that did it quite a lot.
All right. So Doodlebug is asking, what do you consider the best game you've ever played?
Out of my collection of games that I've played over the years, Splinter Cell Blacklist. But I could turn around and say the full Splinter Cell collection as well. But if I'd have to pick one out of the lot, it would be the last one they did, Blacklist.
Very nice.
And you'll find there's a little coincidence going on them because it's Tom Clancy as well.
Yep. And then, of course, Real Ice is wanting to know creamy or chunky peanut butter.
Chunky, crunchy, as we call it over here.
Oh. And then, of course, earlier, he asked a question earlier, but yeah, he wanted you to paint a picture of him in the Titanic pose, but he wants to know how much that would cost him.
I don't do portraits.
Thank God.
I have
I'll
tried and
double the
tried my
payment.
hardest to do portraits and never been able to do them.
All right.
I was gonna say you can always go with my answer. I do them, but the answer is no.
And I'm not even gonna entertain the next one for mice. So yeah, we're gonna leave that alone. And then Elaine's scaring the crap out of me right here.
That's the one you should
I just read
totally
that one.
avoid.
I'll tell you right now, you'll never see me in a Speedo. So yeah, that's the answer to that question right there. I'm sorry that you had to go through that, Silver. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. I know what they're like. I've been in some of these before, and
Oh, especially coming from her, that's just wrong. Oh,
The fact that
Raziel,
Lane got in on that just.
yeah, it's
answer Brazil. Rizel's question, wolves.
Wolves? Hey,
Yeah.
you're my kind of man. I love wolves. All
If it
right.
was mythical wise, it'd be
Chocobos.
dragons. But I love my wolves. Any more?
Never mind ice. Okay, ice says favorite type of dragon.
Because there are different types of dragons.
There are.
Various different types.
I'm just trying to remember what the start of the last one I drew was. I can't remember off the top of my head.
The answer is Charizard.
No, I'm not picking a Pokemon one. So I'm trying to remember the ones out of Harry Potter. The Horntail. The one from Goblet of Fire, is it?
Yeah.
Never remember the full name. I know it's the name of a place, Horntail. Green Horntail, I think it was called.
Yep.
I had to go try and join that once and failed miserably, but it was a nice dragon.
Norwegian Ridgeback.
Is that the one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That one came up with that was when they were in the stadium, wasn't it?
So do I, JD. I've got a dragon wrapped around a dagger on my right arm.
Nice.
I'm just looking for a decent tattooist local to where I live now to have it touched back up.
Don't let ice get anywhere near it.
I need to see some potentials first.
I would allow someone to touch up the dragons on my back, but they are so bloody detailed.
Well, mine was actually to cover up an old tattoo. So the kind of design I went for. I let the tattooist who I trusted with my life to do it. And he did one hell of an amazing job, but he's retired. His sons had to give up the business due to COVID. And also it's a 120-mile trek back to where if he was still now, it'll be 120-mile there and 120-mile back trip
Oh wow.
to his shop.
So the horntail you were talking about is the Hungarian horntail.
Yep. So Real Ice wants to know any other tattoos or piercings.
His name's on my left arm, and that's it. No piercings. I had my ear done once, but it's closed up. That was teenage thing I went through. But that closed up early 20s. Got sick and tired of catching it, so I took it out and never put it back in.
Mr. Raziel wants to know favorite color or colors.
Or
Blue and silver.
contrasts.
And not because of the name silver, it's more of I love just that shade of grey. That silver, it's always been one of my favourite colours. And blue is just it's one of them best way to put it. Just plain nice colour. It's one of those it goes with virtually any colour. I find.
Well, I mean, look at the shirt you're wearing. I mean, it's blue.
It's actually not blue. It's the way Discord's picking it up.
Mm-hmm.
was gonna say it looks
I'll
cool
take
to
a
me.
photograph of it and put it on Facebook in natural light, and you'll notice it's one of these, it's almost like a turquoise green. It's best way in a normal light.
But it's still got a blue base.
Probably. Your girlfriend would argue with that one because she bought it because she didn't want wearing blue, because I'm always wearing dark blue t-shirts. So she wanted to buy something with some colour in it.
I don't know why Ice is asking this one, but he says, "Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?"
That's like the ultimate question.
It's Die Hard, a Christmas movie. No. I find it more of a bank holiday movie. AKA like New Year's. Or we got like bank holidays over here. I don't know I know you have them over there, but wherever you class them as far as them over there. But I don't class it as a Christmas movie. Yeah, it's based around Christmas, but I don't class it as a Christmas movie. If you want a decent Christmas movie, go for Neverending Story.
That's a good one.
My kids absolutely love it. That's the only reason I remembered it.
Okay.
It's better than saying Home Alone, which is not a Christmas movie either, but yeah, it is.
Favorite food?
Food.
Now, if you asked me this question 6 days ago, it would have been 5-bean chili con carne burrito. But since then, I have tried my girlfriend's her version of a Philly cheesesteak and salad burrito, and I'd have to say that, especially with the Cracker Jack cheese you got.
Damn it! Now I'm hungry and it's bedtime. Thanks.
I won't tell you what else. Then there's some other food that I could mention quite easily, but favorite food wise, I'd say that at the moment.
Food.
Food wise, homemade spag bog,
What?
spaghetti bolognese,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
spag bog.
gotcha.
I talk in typist term, aka shorten words.
Is it bad that I understood that?
No, just shows you that our minds work similar.
That's scary if you even think that, especially with her mind.
No comment on that one.
Good man.
Homemade chili con carnes.
Definitely would agree with
My
you.
favorite meal to cook for myself, to answer doodle balls, what you could, is I do a mean steak in a white wine sauce with a creamy buttered mushroom, garlic, peppers, and onions, like a salsa, side salsa that goes with it, with some rustic chips with the skin still on.
Nice.
And my kids absolutely love it. They think it's Christmas every time I do that meal, because I don't do it regularly. It's one of them meals where I'll go, "Oh, I fancy doing steak tonight." Kids' ears will always. I can say it downstairs. My son will be upstairs and he'll hear it. And I'm talking exactly the same length. I'm talking to you guys now. I could be talking to like the girlfriend on the phone. Saying, "Oh, do you fancy steak this weekend?" And I'll hear from my son from upstairs return. I said, "You say steak?" And you'll literally, all you hear is downstairs. Did I hear steak? And he'll be constantly until he finds out when he's having steak.
Careful now, you wake him up.
So Raziel asked, "What's your favorite horror movie?"
Psycho.
Of course, I think you've already answered Doodle's question there. Do you like to cook? Because by the way you describe stuff, I'm pretty much going to say yes.
With the beans real.
Okay, there's the answer to that one.
I just caught that one. I went with all about beans. It's not chili without the beans. As far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned, it's a mince and gravy. In fact, if it's got the beans in, then it's classified as a chili con carne. It makes the meal.
Ice, I knew that
Katana
one.
blade.
Hmm.
I take a katana blade any day.
Swords.
Now that wouldn't be from was it Michelle off of Walking Dead? Now would it?
Never
Or
watched it.
Michonne?
Never watched Walking Dead. Full stop. Not not a TV. As I said, the last proper TV show series like that I watched was Picard.
I have
And the
not
reason I
seen that
watched
yet.
that is because my daughter wanted to watch it, and I had got an Amazon Prime account, so I literally waited till all the series had finished. Next time she was at mine, we binge watched it that weekend. The whole series, the season one series of it. Whether they're bringing out any more, don't know.
Real Ice's favorite superhero.
Um, Spider-Man. It's between two, Spider-Man or Superman. But I enjoy
Still,
Spider-Man more than I do.
still two good ones there. Gizmo Storm says, "Where do you see your channel in 5 years?"
Hopefully, still here. 5 years. Hopefully, still streaming. Still enjoying the way I like to stream.
There you go.
Just be there for people.
And then Raziel says, "Favorite actor or actresses?"
Actress Jessica Biel.
Oh.
Actor Hugh Jackman.
I could almost see you as a Sean Connery fan.
Didn't enjoy his Bonds as much. The only Sean Connery film I enjoyed was the one he did with Catherine Zeta-Jones. The burglars.
Um, I know which one you're talking about. That was a good movie.
Was it? It was that weird. It was that technical term is its class of entrapment.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
the name of the film.
Entrapment. Yep. All right. So, Real Ice's favorite conspiracy theory, if any.
The film. That's my question. I enjoy that film. I haven't seen it in a while, but it was. I'd rather watch the film than think of a conspiracy theory.
And Norm 42 says on the food topic, are you for or against pineapple pizza?
Depends on the pizza. If it's Hawaiian, yes. If it's a meat feast, no.
There we go.
I've been waiting for that question to come up all night.
I kind of had to.
But the question
Yeah,
was,
no,
who
for
was
that's
going to ask
becoming a.
it?
I've
Yeah.
got a funny feeling you should do. You should drop that into one of your spotlight questions as a regular question.
Not really, no. No. Oh, what's up, Morph? All right,
Hey, Morpheus.
so do we have any other questions for Mr. Silver?
I'm going to get a bloody Jeopardy sound.
Katana Blade. I already answered that one. Realize.
I was trying to figure out what he was meaning by that one too, and then of course Raziel said, "Can you fly?"
In
In
my
the
dreams,
airplane?
yes.
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, if you could fly, you could borrow Raziel's goggles. I mean, he's got the perfect pair for flying.
Yeah, yes. He also reminds me of a female, which caught when one of the questions you asked earlier influenced me. Another one of the one which caught me was careers, and she is one of these. She's known for her goggles as well. Best date place ever.
Yeah, best date place ever. That
Paris.
It's a trap.
Paris, 22, 21 years ago, underneath the Eiffel Tower. Girl I was dating at the time, took her out there for what you call it. She dropped the she dropped the bombshell, but she dropped the news of that she was pregnant, and that always sticks with me. What you call it? There is a sad ending to that story, but it's just one of them. It's just a date place that always sticks in my mind, and it was that even with the what happened 6 months later, it's still one of the best date places I ever had.
I think you may have answered the next question.
Best vacation. I think I did. I can't remember what I said.
You were talking about when you took your kids up to
Cornwall, down to
yeah,
Cornwall. Yeah.
yeah.
I was about to say, what the hell's a vacation?
As we'll say, yeah. Diddlebug asked, "Have you ever been to another country?"
Well, most of you don't know that I'm an army brat. Both my parents were armed forces. They were both stationed in Germany. So spent the first 6 months of my life, well, literally, I was 3 months old, and literally for the next 6 months, I spent out in Germany. Uh, been to, been to the Canary Islands twice, and been to France 3 times. So
There you go. And Real Life says, "Favorite car or dream car?"
Dream car. Aston Martin Vantage.
Ooh, good choice.
Favorite daily driver car, I put as the first part, would be a Ford Mustang. American style, not the British version.
What year?
I don't have the old school. The can't remember if it's the 70 or 71 I like. I know when I look at the body.
Talking about the fastbacks?
Yeah.
Yeah. 70, 71.
Yeah. The other one I like as well is I like the new the new Mustang they brought out as well.
Yeah.
That looks quite nice. I haven't had a chance to what you call it, but I've been in a 67 Shelby, and they are a beautiful car.
Yeah. And then Raziel wants to know, did you ever get sand in your shorts?
No comment. Yes, yes, and yes. The 3 French trips, that's all I'm saying on that front. 3 French trips and the 1 trip to Canary Islands.
Really, Ice? Really?
Never been one, never want to. Ouch, thought you were going.
All right, does anybody else have any other questions?
Good question, Morpheus.
Well, he said no. Oh, I forgot. You're deaf in one ear, can't hear out of the other.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus. All right. So if we don't have any other questions for Mr. Silver, we'll see if the Hinch Kitty wants to come out. We'll do the game giveaway, and then after the game giveaway, we will send the love over to the person of your choice.
Mm-hmm. So I'm not now. She's on live on my list.
Hench
All
Kitty is ready, locked, and loaded.
All right. Well, without further ado, we're going to do the game giveaway, and then we will definitely dibs on baby. Oh my God. All right. So let's bring the Hinch Kitty out for the game giveaway, and then we'll send the love over to some special person.
Some unsuspecting victim. And... oh. Hey, we can read the names this time. Norm.
Norm 42, speak up.
Normie. Norm. There he is.
There we go. All right. So you want to explain to him what he's got to do?
You
Well,
want
now
to
he says
reroll?
you're going to.
Fine, I'll reroll.
All right. Who's our next one?
Night
Watch
Army.
it be him again. Night Army. Speak up in chat if you're still here, Night Army.
He's over in Sark's chat. I know that for sure.
You beat me on that one.
I totally need the Jeopardy sound. Does not look like he's in the viewer list anymore.
Uh-oh.
No, he's not.
So we're gonna delete this one, and seeing as he wanted to reroll, we're gonna delete this one. He's in Sark's channel right now.
We'll give him to 55 if he doesn't speak up, even though I think we know he probably won't. We'll spin again. Be nice, Morph.
Are you messing with my alter ego?
God help you.
All right, let's go ahead and re-roll.
We go and save this shit. Dun dun dun. Dylan. Is Dylan still here?
Dylan, if you're here, speak up.
Why do I get the feeling that no?
Mm-mm.
No, your name didn't get called. There's Dylan. Oh, not really, Dylan. All right, Dylan. So you know what to do. You need to go over to Sarkos Discord, pick from set 4 and below, and let him know that you did win it on the quick cast tonight.
Yep. Ba-da-ba-da. Sorry about that. She was supposed to
So,
be
guys, girls, ladies, and gents, we've had one awesome night here. We want to give a shout out to all the Nameless family members that have been here, even our newest members. I've seen some of your all's names popping up. So definitely thank you for being here. And thank you, Silver, for being here. I know it's very late for you and
Yeah, it's
sticking through the pain. So
4 a.m. here.
yeah, I was gonna say. So guys, girls, ladies, and gents, who are we sending this raid over to, Silver?
We're gonna send it over to Sarkov. He's playing one of
Sarkov.
my games I've been watching a lot of at the moment, seeing whether I'm interested in it or not. It's Astroneer.
Ah, there we go. So we're gonna go see Mr. Sarkov.
Yep.
No worries, Mark. You'll be able to catch the replay of it. So, guys, girls, ladies, and gents, we've had one awesome night here with our special guest, Mr. Silver Architect. Make sure you do hit, get over there to his channel, give him a follow. Make sure you do catch him when he is live. He is an outstanding streamer. I will definitely contest to that. I've been over to his streams many a times. So, for myself, for Miss Deadite, and our special guest, Mr. Silver Architect, we will catch you all again in 2 weeks. For our next. Oh, it's Reed. Oh. That'll be a fun one.
Yes.
All right. So are we ready, Miss
Take
Deadeye?
care, all.
Yep. I believe I have everything all set and ready to go.
All right. Well, if you're ready, I'm Corbulus. Obviously, Miss Deadite. And our special guest, Silver. We want to thank you all for being here. We'll see you next time.
See you guys in 2 weeks. Good night, guys.